All right. Hello, everyone. This is Carrie Desberg, Chief Marketing Officer with Impartner. We make partner relationship management software, and we are lucky enough to work with top corporations around the world, from Xerox to T-Mobile to Honeywell to Poly. And today it is my pleasure to introduce Jennifer Judy. She is the Senior Director of Global Partner Experience for Poly. So Jennifer, great to have you here today. Thanks for joining.
Great. Thank you, Carrie. I'm happy to join you.
Well, it's a big topic today, digital transformation. It is those two words. I think unprecedented, the new normal, and digital transformation might be the three most overused words, but it's really such an important topic right now. And we're thrilled to be able to talk to you about your experiences in bringing to life channel digital transformation for Poly. So many prospects are arriving on our doorstep now in the middle of this dystopian midterm period of whatever you want to call this, in the face of this pandemic, and they're scared. It's a scary time in business, and a lot of them are mad at themselves. They're mad because they haven't gone through this digital transformation. They've been dragging their feet, and now they're so afraid because they can't go that last mile. They can't fly there. They need their partners to be able to be their feet on the ground when they can't travel for the foreseeable future. And their teams have been restricted, either cut or limited. And they're really alarmed about how they are going to be able to manage their partner program and not only survive, but thrive and scale and prosper once we come out of this. So I'll ask you, I'll start with a big question. Is now a good time to do a digital transformation?
It's always a good time to invest in digital transformation. You've been hearing about digital transformation for years. And what you need to don't worry about, is it time? Is it too late? Did I miss the boat? You're never missing the boat. Always look at where you could evolve to. And I think you really need to look at your opportunities with reduction of staff. How can you step up your game and be present for your partner community? And digital transformation really is the hot spot in my mind. And that's where I've found, with Impartner, I've been excited and actually re-energized because they're able to help us hit the ground running with that.
Well, so when somebody's thinking about getting started right now, what would be your key pieces of advice to ease that transition?
Well, the first thing I would recommend you to do, and it's something that I had done, is, and I think it's valuable, you really need to look at what is your overall objective? What is your company objective? What are you trying to achieve? Are you trying to encourage and help your partners be more self-sufficient and provide more tools? Because again, we highlighted, the way times are now, sometimes you have lack of resources. You may not have as much funding in other areas. So how do you really optimize the experience? So first step is absolutely identify, what do you want to walk away with? What does success look like for you as an organization? Is it broadening the landscape? Is it increasing your partner scope? Is it getting them to be more self-sufficient? Is it putting more assets in their hands and journeys in their hands? I think that is your absolute number one step that you must do for you to then evaluate the steps that you'll need to take when you're looking for a vendor to support those initiatives. So that's absolutely the first thing that you've got to do to really devise that plan. And it could be a multi-tiered plan. You could say, well, in phase one, this is our main hub. Phase two, we want to look at exploring and adding on. And that's the one thing that I also recommend. When you figure out your strategy, realize you don't have to be all in at once. It is that phased approach. Find somebody that you can help build in and phase in here's objective one, here's objective two, and start building that. You don't have to do it all at once. And I think that's what I would say is a big fear of people. It's like, I got to turn it all on. I've got to do everything right now. No, you don't. Chip away at it. Have wins. I like rolling wins. It really makes you look more powerful with your partner community, that you could start phasing in. Hey, look at this. We launched this. Awesome. A month or two later, look, We've heard you. We've added these features and components. Keep that rolling thunder. Keep that success win. And remember, you don't have to do it all at once. So I think that would be my key advice to anybody that's looking to get in that direction.
You use the word self-sufficiency, and I know that's something that we had talked about before we got on this call. Talk to us a little bit more about what that means to you and why that's so important.
Yeah. Self-sufficiency, I mean, think about it. Depending on your size of your partner base, we have over 15,000 partners, and only a certain amount are high touch, where they actually have an account manager that helps them walk through every facet of becoming a partner, rolling in, how to do deal reg, MDF, all of those activities. But like you, probably, and any other partner, any other organization out there, you don't have a high touch for it's not a one-to-one. So how do you still maintain traction with your partner community when you can't always have that one-to-one? Well, wouldn't it be pretty awesome if I, as a partner, went into a platform and I was fed everything I needed to know? I don't have to go, oh, I got to go talk to an account manager. I can't find certain content, or I don't know what my next steps in my journey for onboarding actually is. Well, that's where segmentation and personalization, I think, are your two biggest assets that you could really bring that to your partner community. Make it where it's to me as your partner, whatever level they are in your program, customize it. As a reseller or a distributor, how can you make it more intuitive? And I think having intuitiveness is critical. When you've gone to a portal before, or any web searching, maybe you're Amazon shopping or wherever, if it isn't intuitive and you kind of hit these speed bumps, how many times do you abandon the site going, I'm done. I don't have enough time in my day to do this. But if you had something that really enabled your partners and personalized it to their preferences, what they're looking at based on what they need, and also maybe in segmentation and how to segment the content for a reseller versus a distributor, that is how you bridge the gap for staffing. It really enables your partners to be self-sufficient, and that to me is priceless. It really is. You start getting more traction and getting more partners going into your portal because it's easier to use. I mean, I think I use Amazon way too much because they really make it easy for me. I think I have a package delivered every day. But wouldn't that be nice if you had people in your program that were like, oh my God, this is so easy. I'm going to go right there because they're spoon feeding me versus a competitor that maybe isn't, and it's more complex. That's how you could differentiate yourself in the market against your competition, is let me help it, make it easy. So I think that's really important.
That's such good advice. Such good advice. Well, you know, getting in this weird time, getting support to make a decision around something like a PRM. What's your advice to teams who are looking to win support from their organization? Is there a set of stakeholders you need to go after, or some kind of choreography there that you think would help people get the support they need to get a system like a PRM that you said earlier you really, really wanted?
Yeah. A PRM, I'm telling you, is a godsend. Because think about it. You have what most of us had, or most of us did have in the past, or do have today. You have repositories, and it's just where you put your content and you house your content. A PRM allows you to have a lot of the elements that I just mentioned, of simplifying, gaining traction. So what does it take when you want to pitch this to somebody? First, do your due diligence, figure out what's out there. And to me, Impartner was invaluable because they allowed us to pay as we were growing. And that's what I talked about, the quick wins. You absolutely need to get investment from your IT organization, hands down. Figure out how things integrate with your IT, as they're going to be supporting. And you know, these vendors like Impartner, they literally are in it with you, and they partner with your IT organization to make sure that you could get the traction. You've got to figure out where your ROI is. Where will you see that return on an investment? Is it where you're teeing up assets and teeing up campaigns more easily, that you could work with your marketing team to see where you're going to gain traction on revenue? So you really need to build your business plan on where you're going to see the moving of the needle from a revenue perspective. And it seems like table stakes, really, when you think about a true PRM platform, these things are facilitators to help you get to where you need. And so IT is absolutely critical. Sales is critical. Your marketing team is critical. So you would really need to sit down with a lot of these cross-functional groups and figure out how a platform like this would amplify what you're trying to achieve, your objectives that we just talked about earlier. What are your objectives? How are you going to achieve those objectives? And general kind of benchmarking on your return on investment with that. And when you look at building out of the different modules, and like I said, partner, I am leveraging a lot of modules, and we did have to go and pitch why. Why do you want the business planning? Why do you want to do journey builder? Why do you want to do analytics? What are those things that, there's so much, the news on demand. When you start looking at the traction, it's critical to see presence, relevance. And in this time and age, you need to stay relevant. You have to be top of mind to your partners. And these are the types of tools that when you're talking to your executives to get sign off, you need to show how quickly you could do this with a PRM system. And it is transformational. I'll tell you, we are already seeing, we have individuals coming on our portal over 8 times, one person in 1 week coming over 8 times. Well, it's because it's easy for them to get in. They're seeing that they could get the information. So again, you need to start building what that ROI is to support your objectives when you go to pitch that you want a PRM system.
We call this podcast series Lessons from the Edge because it really does focus on what we see happening out there and what we see working. And what you just said about those stakeholders and really understanding what's their currency, what do they need, how do you help amplify what they're doing and really bringing that to life for them as a way of winning support for the tools that you really need. That's such sage advice. And for every person that we see do it as well as you're doing it, we see folks really struggle with that, right? So that is just a wonderful breakdown of how you can get the technology that you really want to drive your channel. There are, in anything that you do though, there are always some gotchas, right? I'm sure you've had some of those. What would be some of the gotchas that you'd list for folks?
Make sure you do your due diligence. And I'll give a situation. We were through mergers and acquisition. We were Polycom and Plantronics, and we came together as Poly. This year we transformed into one unified partner program, one unified partner portal, because we had 2 portals. So whatever you do when you transform and get a new PRM platform, my biggest advice, if you want to take one nugget away, validate your content. Validate, don't just put your old assets in. Make sure you do your due diligence, clean up your assets. Because with a PRM system, you really do have a robust search engine. And so you really want to make sure, however you structure it, when you put data in, make sure it's clean data. Validate it's not out of date. Validate you have a clear title. Validate you have meta tags, because meta tags on your documentation enable better your search engine, rather than somebody saying, well, your search engine isn't very good. It's like, well, no, I didn't clean my data and it's not pulling the right data. So my tools are great. And that's past experience. Now I've already learned that lesson. And I honestly could say, if that's the one sage advice I would give you, is make sure you clean your data. Make sure you enable the platform to be what it is, to what it can do to help you and your community. Is validate all of that and make sure you understand your audiences. If you're dealing with the partner community or any other community of some sort, have a team sit down and write down Who are my audiences? What are my, and just kind of, put that framing in there before you develop it. Talk to your cross-functional teams. Weave in your objectives. If these are my objectives for this audience, this is what I want their experience to be. This, and this. Also, the other piece of advice, don't just look internally. Talk to your partners. Talk to your, if you have some key partners out there or key customers out there that you want to evolve, engage them. Don't just do it one dimensional. You must do internal and you must do your partner or customer community to really make sure you're hitting what are their pain points. Know that up front, because then you could build it in to a more comprehensive platform. And it's not just what your company wants, it's what your partners or your customers want. So I think that's really important. Don't just always take account. I believe in vetting and talking to a bigger community, and don't do it in a silo, because it will catch up to you if you don't.
Really? Oh my gosh, I could talk to you all day, and I'm sure that so many of our customers and prospects would love the chance to chat with you more. So we started this conversation with my question of is now a good time to go through a digital transformation given all these world events. As a closing thought, what would be your line about what would somebody be leaving lying on the table if they decide not to go through a transformation right now? What's the cost of not doing anything right now?
I think wallet share and mind share. This is a great time to get in front of people. If you don't invest or look at the opportunities at hand, you may lose wallet share for somebody that does do it. Having that presence is critical. It's never too late to get in front of somebody. It's like, oh, well, we didn't get on the bandwagon, it's probably too late. Well, no, it's not. It really isn't. You always want presence. And to be present with your customers is priceless. And you really need to investigate and look at it, because you have to look beyond and just in timing. It's no longer timing. It's everybody in this day and age wants presence. They want, why look at me over my competitor. Well, how do you do that? Well, these are some of the tools that you could do to bring you top of mind and open it, give you wallet share. I know I used a lot of tag words there, but it is really true. Presence is critical. And when you lose that relevance to your customers, when they say, who are they again? That's a problem. That's a problem statement right there.
For sure. Well, really, Jennifer, so appreciative of your amazing advice. You definitely are on the edge of what this industry is doing. You definitely represent the best practices that we see from customers everywhere, and we're grateful that you were able to share your advice today. I'm sure this is going to be a really popular podcast. Thank you so much, Jennifer.
Thank you for your time. I appreciate it.